What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. Welcome to the auditorium. If you're new, welcome. I've been a musician for a very long time. I like to dissect music, and I love VGM. It is a very underrated art, in my opinion. I also play guitar, and I do covers. Check those out. Today, I have a request for a VGM reaction from Zero Drakengard, and the game is Drakengard 3, or also known as Dragoon 3. The song is called Kuroi Uta. I have checked out Drakengard once before during my Christmas special, that'll be here. And I do remember that being something, not gonna ruin it. But one thing I did look up on accident, because I try not to look up anything about any of these songs, but it caught my eye, the composer. Composer is Kaiichi Okobe. Hopefully I'm saying that right, but this person is responsible for some of my favorite Tekken songs ever. So I didn't know that, but that puts me like triple as excited to hear this now. I'm gonna stop talking. This is Kuroi Uta. My comments tell me this is a prequel to Nier Automata. Her vocals sound like an instrument. This composer is so vast in styles. I would love to hear this a cappella. Seriously. It sounds like a hymn. Oh. Drums sound really good, really well balanced, warm tone. We shifted gears completely, but yet the feeling is the same. The tempo didn't increase, but the energy did. But her vocals are keeping you like down. She's so melodic. These are my favorite types of vocal. And what I mean by that is like any language can appreciate this because it's just oohs and ahs and vowels, you know? It's not, I'm sure they're saying something or maybe that made up language, but anyone can appreciate the notes she's singing. This kind of music just transcends like genre. This is crazy. Wow, man. Piano's so beautiful too. Ooh, piano melodies following her vocal melody. I love that. Drakengard 3, Kuroi Uta. I'm not sure what that means. If the title is Japanese, which I'm guessing, then Kuroi means black. I know that. Uta, I'm not sure. So if you guys can enlighten me on what this title means. Now, here's where you guys can fill me in a little bit. I think in one video I said that Yoko Taro is the composer, when apparently that's just the producer, and Kaiichi actually made the music. So, well, regardless of who it is, apparently this time it's Kaiichi, but regardless, that whole series of Nier and this, they have such a distinctive OST, more than a lot of the videos that I've done here. You know, each one has kind of their own flavor, so to say, but like I can almost guarantee, like once you hear Nier one time, and then you go check out another song, you're like, that's Nier, or that's Drakengard, you know. And it's just, it doesn't fail. It's just, I could just tell that it's like that sound, and it always sounds typically very somber, you know. And it's not really that they're floating in minor keys, it's just the vibe of it, you know. It's really sad, but a sad type of way that I can only describe as maybe a long journey that was sad, got positive, but still kind of ended sad. Like the theme I get from Nier is just like hopefulness, but kind of helpless as well, if that makes any sense. Like you just, like it's so beautiful and it's so nice, but it's also kind of telling like, hey, you know, maybe you're not gonna make it kind of thing. It's just really somber. That's the only way I can really describe it, but it's such a unique sound. And what blows my mind is that this composer is responsible for some of my favorite OST of all time. He composed Edge of Spring from Tekken 6. One of the best OSTs ever In fact, since I'm talking about it, I'm going to put it as my intro and outro. You're probably hearing it right now under me talking. And that's a completely different thing. So just talking about the composer for a bit, I mean, genius is an understatement. This guy is, you know, to kind of not sidetrack too much, but I typically never really paid attention to composers before this channel, like focused on VGM. I've always just kind of heard names here and there, but I never like paid attention, you know, to like Nobuo, Keiichi, Yoko, all these wonderful people, Darren Korb. But it's just something that I can't ignore. It's just something that shows their prowess as musicians, but also the fact that they can sound like someone completely different. And that is just really mind-blowing, you know. I know this composer. I've been hearing this composer my whole life, and I never knew about it. You know, until a Google search was like, oh, hey, by the way, this person also did blank, blank, blank. Dude, the other day, I didn't even know Yoko Shimomura made all the Street Fighter songs, which are the most, like, iconic songs of all time. You know, I digress, though. So, what I'm saying is, they can really just shift for the moment and the mood. I would never in my life think that the same person who made Edge of Spring and the yodeling song from Tekken 6 also can create that. That's really, 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 really impressive. Kind of scary too, because it makes me want to just go into their personal library and see what else they've done, like outside of VGM. And I never really had that interest until these reactions. And I feel kind of stupid saying that, you know? As a music lover, I just never really paid too much attention to composers before. So this song has enough power for me to like start, you know, paying attention to myself. I just had an epiphany. But as far as this song goes, it's just a really, really beautiful, airy sound that she has to her voice that does sound like an instrument. It almost sounds like a flute in a way. But something that I caught on that I said earlier was that regardless of genre or region, I think anyone that can hear that song can appreciate it for what it is. Because even though you don't know what she's saying, or at least I didn't, you can still follow the vocal melody. And it was mostly like vowel sounds and oohs and ahs. And that's impressive because, you know, that's kind of where the whole music as a universal language comes from, is because, you know, I don't need to be able to speak your language for us to both like enjoy this kind of thing. And that's pretty powerful, man. Like, I can't really think of anything else that, I guess sports maybe, but there's not a lot of things in this world where you can universally like speak to one another without speaking to one another. Whew. So I'm going to recommend Edge of Spring from the same composer from Tekken 6. One of my favorite songs. It doesn't sound like this one, but just to give you an idea, this is one of the few times I recommend something where it's the same composer, but not necessarily like similar to this song. It's still a very beautiful song, but it is just, it just shows you how impressive this gentleman is. So thank you, Zero Drakengard. And if you would like to get your request in as well, you could do so on Patreon or PayPal, whichever one you prefer. Neither are necessary, but they do guarantee that I will check it out. So you can have me in my feels just like this one. And just make sure it's a VGM, please, when you request something. That's all I ask. Join the Discord if you would like. I'm in there. All of us are in there. We talk about everything. You can see some early access stuff if you're a patron. There's a special channel. Anywho. Second impression of Drakengard, and I really love where it's going, you know, because I really like the Nier music and now this, so it's like I have two choices and there's probably more. I'm just impressed, that's all. Beautiful melody, beautiful singing, beautiful piano. This is great. A+. Until next time, dudes and dudettes. I will see you later. Have a good night.